So today is day 18. We added the baseboards and we also added the scribe molding. So the scribe molding is the piece on the bottom of all the cabinets. The other thing that we've been working on is we've been finishing the trash can. So this drawer right here, it is just a regular base cabinet that had a hinge, but the cabinet company also sells kind of a trash can component. It's on like a wooden platform and basically drawers. So what I had to do was I had to remove the hinges and then apply the bracket onto the door to make it kind of one unit where you can just pull the door out and reveal the trash can. The other thing that I did was we added the hinges on the cabinets. No real tips here. They do sell these like jigs, so you can get a jig. It has the different dimensions, if it's a 3-inch or 4-inch hinge, and then you can kind of place it on the cabinet if it's a knob, or they have these for the hinges. However, the type of cabinets that we have don't really, the jigs don't fit. So I basically had to do it the old-fashioned way of measuring the center, and then once I measured the center, then I can put 1.5 on each side because it's a 3-inch hinge, and then drill my holes and then apply the screws on the back side to hold the doors in place. I thought it was easier to put all the cabinets in first, do the hinges, the first one, and then once I saw the top hinge, I can kind of line it up. If I need to move it, 1/8 over or a 16th to the left, I can kind of eyeball it going down the cabinet. For the knobs, I'm starting the knobs now, so kind of the same idea. It is trying to have them on the cabinets, doing one knob first to see if it's level, and then doing the second knob to kind of line them up. When you screw them in, make sure you move the door away from the cabinet, because if you screw it in, if you're drilling, you could drill through your cabinet. So make sure you're keeping the door away from the cabinet when you're drilling. So that's it for day 18. I'm going to finish up the rest of the cabinet doors. Another quick tip is to make sure that you have we have blue painter's tape on where we're going to put our knobs. The worst thing you could do is drill a hole on the wrong side of the cabinet or on the top of the cabinet instead of the bottom of the cabinet, and then you'd have a hole when you didn't really want that there. So that's basically it for day 18. Day 19 will be kind of countertop day. The countertop people are going to come on Tuesday, and we'll have the countertops in. Another tip is to label the doors with the corresponding cabinets, so when you install the doors again, you'll know which cabinets they belong to. So yesterday was day 19, and our countertop company came, installed the granite countertops. It was one long L-shaped piece here up to the sink, and then a short piece here, piece for the island, a piece for the side, and then 2 pieces on the end. So we let it sit for a couple hours, and now today on day 20, we are going to install the sink. We have a hot water heater for like hot tea and stuff, a garbage disposal, and the soap dispenser. So this one's made by InSinkErator. It's a very quiet one. We have this hot water heater by InSinkErator, and yes, we did pay them all with our own money. And we have a water filter from Waterdrop, and then last we have a Faucet from Delta. So besides our kitchen faucet, we are going to try to install these 3 items: a InSinkErator Quiet Series garbage disposal, the InSinkErator hot water dispenser, and also a Waterdrop filtration system that'll go under the sink on the cold line. All 3 of these items we purchased online with our own money, so I'll put a link below. If you like them or think they would be nice to have, please feel free to click the link and purchase it through that. And we'll see how the installation goes. So this is what we're working with right now under the sink. We have our sink drain, which will add the garbage disposal. We have 3 holes that the granite countertops installers put in. The middle one will be for the sink. The one on the right will be for the soap dispenser. And then the one on the left will be for the hot water dispenser. So my thought is this is the hot line that has already, we added the shark bite here to feed the water to our dishwasher. This is the drain that goes out of the dishwasher. We're going to feed that into the garbage disposal here, and then the garbage disposal will have a drain valve that will go from here, P-trap, into our drain. The other thing with the garbage disposal, we have a hot wire that we will directly install. Sometimes if you don't feel comfortable, or if you don't have one of these hot lines already, then you can just order a outlet adapter that you can install into your garbage disposal and then have a plug under your sink to plug it in. The last piece is the cold water line. So we wanted to add the water filter. We also wanted to add a water line that went to the hot water dispenser and then to the sink. So what we're going to do is we're going to have we're going to cut this off. We're going to put a T, and one end of the T will be a valve that will connect to the copper line for the hot water heater. The other part of the T will keep coming up, and we'll have another shark bite very, very similar to this that we will connect the water filter to, and then the water filter will connect to the sink, and then the hot water line will also connect to the sink. So that's kind of the idea of how we're going to install all the fixtures underneath the sink. So this is what we've gotten done so far. I removed this shark bite. I was going to try to reuse it, but make sure not to use CPVC, because the CPVC in the house, which is about 20 years old now, it's so brittle, it'll break off very easily. So I tried to use one of these tools to cut the CPVC. When I did that, it worked, except for it kind of broke off, and it left like this piece is like cracked off and really brittle. So, you know, see, it was breaking off. So I had to cut this piece off as well. I tried to use a hacksaw, and it was kind of slow. So then I had a Dremel tool. I had this Dremel tool right here, and it has like a little like grinding wheel. So I basically just turned it on and then just grinded it off on the bottom. And then I eventually got the broken piece off. So I added my T shark bite here, hooked it up to the copper pipe. You know, for those that don't know, every time you get a shark bite with the cutoff valve, it always has like this little copper ring, and that goes along with the nut. So really that is for soft copper pipes, and the copper pipe is very soft. It can, you know, move very easily just with bending it with your hands. So I have this hooked up. I added a piece of PEX, this white piece here. So that's a lot nicer. And then I had another shark bite because I couldn't use this one anymore. I couldn't even, every time I tried to take it off, it would break off the CPVC inside. So I have this hooked into my water filter. The water filter is hooked into the sink. On the hot side, I have this hooked in directly to the sink. For the hot water tank, the copper pipe feeds into the water. Then the water kind of circulates down and inside here, and then it goes back into the faucet above the sink. So that's kind of what I have right now. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to finish hooking up the sink and putting in the, I'm going to test the water, make sure there's no leaks before I put in the garbage disposal.